Hey guys, Willie and Murphy here, and welcome back to part 4 of the video series of rebuilding this here classic Mini Sprite. It's a 1275 automatic, and it came to me with a head gasket issue and also to change the exhaust. So in the last issue, or the last episode, I rebuilt the cylinder head. That's all now built and ready to go back on. And today I'm going to focus on trying to clean up the block, making sure the block's all nice and flat. I'm going to turn my attention to the rear engine steady as well, and hopefully get this to a point where the cylinder head can be put back on today. So I'm not really going to say a lot as normal, just crack on with the work. Let's get stuck in. Oh, okay, so the block is now clean, which is fantastic. So now we can start looking at what is in the bag. So first of all, I have a head gasket kit. This is the BK450 kit. This is probably one of the best on the market for a 1275 standard at least. There's a multi-layer as well, and I believe, so I'm led to be told, there is a like an adhesive compound in here as well. So when you fit it to the head, or fit it to the block, fit the head down, when it's all connected up, you run the car for sort of 30 seconds or so. It heats up the adhesive and actually binds between the two to try to create a better seal. Fantastic. That's the first part. I've got an oil filter for an automatic Mini. I've got a lambda sensor to go into the exhaust. I've got a gasket for the manifold to the cat. I've got head bolts and nuts. I've got a high quality exhaust manifold gasket, and I've also got two sensors. One is for an MPI, one's for an SPI, but when we ordered them, we weren't sure which to get, so we've ordered both. And then whatever one isn't correct, we go back. So, for now, we'll keep the cylinder head bolts out. Everything else can go back in the bag. So, you've got two threads. You've got a fine thread and a bit of a coarse thread, and then two lengths of bolts as well. They're pretty obvious where these go. You've got the long ones at the back, the short ones at the front, and they can just screw in. So. Right, so I've got the earth strap, which is coming from the block to the bulkhead. That's all in good condition. Now hopefully this should be able to just wiggle out the engine mount. So this is the one that we did a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago, and it's looking pretty chewed up already, and it's probably because this one here is absolutely destroyed. So I'm going to replace both of these with some new bushers, and hopefully that will stop the engine rocking around. Perfect. So I've got the bushes out. I'm just going to give this a quick clean up. I have got new bushes for him. I've just put them somewhere safe. And when I remember where that safe place is, I'll fit them. So, right. Ear protection. Eye protection. Good as new. Right, so it turns out the safe place to put the bushes are so safe I have no idea where they are. So I'll find them and I'll come back to this. But for now, I'm going to attempt to fit this. Let's take it out of the packaging. And you can see it's quite good. And then it's got marks on it front. So typically that will be the back here. Front would suggest that that is going to be for a front facing engine or front towards the radiator. So put this over the studs. It also says here on the front top, that's obviously the side that faces up. Put that down, and all the holes line up, which is fantastic. So now, in theory, I'm good to put the cylinder head on. I'm not going to put this on for now, or am I? Yeah, let's stick the head on. So one of the tips I got from Paul Jeffries was to put some copper grease along these shafts to make it easier for the head to slide on, and also if the head has to come off again at a later date, it will make it easier for the next person. So make sure nothing's trapped underneath. That goes down lovely. So right, the head is now on. Let's give this a quick wipe to make sure no loose bits has dropped in that. So it's Sunday evening. I have misplaced the bushes, so I'm going to go in the house now, make some tea, and have a look inside and rack my brains, try and think where I've put them. And then I'm probably going to head back out here this evening because I don't feel like I've done enough for this video. So, back shortly.